Thanks a lot for giving me so much of your time today. I did want to introduce you to the car we were talking about inside, the 2013 Civic LX four-door sedan. Uh, One of the things that you mentioned to me, I think, was safety, right? That's your
Yeah,
main
that's
interest.
really important to me.
Especially if you're going to get a compact car like this. You want to make sure that it's absolutely safe for your wife and your two kids. One is 1 and one is 3, correct?
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Okay, well, the thing that I want to assure you is that on the National Transportation Safety Board crash test, this car scored the highest possible score. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars. That's very, very important. And that makes it, obviously, the highest star rating in its class. Now, how does that happen? How did we do that? Especially on a car this size. Well, we used Honda Racing Engineering, research and development, to design the body with a new technology called Advanced Capability Engineering. What that does is they design specific crumple zones so that in case of a front-end collision, the car distributes through these specific crumple zones the force of the collision around and away from the passenger cabin. In this case, it would probably want to go under rather than through the passenger cabin. See what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's cool.
That's safer, right? It's a great idea. There's a lot of other safety features on this car, especially when we're talking about the brakes. Obviously it has anti-lock brakes, and I'm sure that you're familiar with anti-lock brakes and that you've had them on other cars before. One thing to remember though is when we're talking about anti-lock brakes, we're talking about Honda anti-lock brakes, right? We're talking about Honda technology. You can be assured that we've done everything we could to test them. And of course, what happens is when you press on the brakes in a emergency stop, the anti-lock brakes automatically take over, and you don't have to pump them anymore. You can feel it's actually pumping, and it makes you stop quicker, safer, and straighter. You also have a vehicle stability assist that goes with the steering. For example, let's say that you're on I-75 and you're going around a curve, maybe it might be raining or something like that, and you notice that the back end's starting to get away from you a little bit, okay? It's unusual. Maybe it's the first rain of the season and it's a little slick. What happens is that the car takes over, it corrects the understeer, it straightens the wheel, it might even adjust the power of the engine to make sure you're not going too fast, and it gets you out of that corner straight and safe. How's that sound?
Good, I like that.
Good, right?
Especially in Florida when you hit them rainstorms where it's raining in one area and not raining across the street.
Exactly. And you never know, do you?
That's true.
Right. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about the car and the features. We're going to go inside after a while, but I want to show you something about the outside first. Of course, when you're looking at the car, one thing that stands out is the fantastic fit and finish. The car looks nice. It looks like a car that you would be happy to have pulled up in front of you at, say, the country club when you're there for a function. You'd be proud to get in it. Especially, you said you're not too happy with the car you've got now, right?
No, sir.
Okay, great. All right, well, you're going to be happy with this. Now, when I'm talking about fit and finish, I'm talking about, look at these, the way that everything comes together here. See these lines here?
I see that.
Okay, extremely thin, extremely even. What we're trying to do and what we've successfully done with this car is prevent leaks. So if you look here, see this strip here? Right in here?
Yes, sir.
See how they've done this here?
Uh-huh.
That prevents both water leaks and air leaks, and that makes it more reliable. Now, talking about reliability, it's so reliable that we're able to offer a fantastic warranty. It's a 3-year limited bumper-to-bumper warranty, 3 year or 36 miles, whichever comes first.
36?
36,000. Did I say 36? 36,000.
I started to say 36, I won't even get it home.
I know, thank you. Okay, and also we've extended that for the powertrain warranty to 5 years or 60,000 miles, whichever comes first. And you said you normally trade the car in before the 5th year, correct?
Yeah, we trade them in about every 3 or 4 years.
All right, well, one thing that's very important then is the mileage. And just to make sure, I wrote this down. The mileage of this car is rated as 39 highway, 28 city, and a 32 blend. What that means for you is that when you're trading this car in, no matter what, 3 years from now, it's still going to get 39 miles to the gallon on the highway, and that's going to make the trade-in value more compared to the other cars in this class. That's a lot. 39, that sounds like a hybrid almost, right? Take a look at this, Steve. Look at here. This trunk for this size car is absolutely huge. Do you play golf?
Actually, I do, and that trunk is huge.
It is, and not only that, you mentioned that you volunteer
Yes,
at
sir.
the church for food distribution to the needy.
Right.
Okay. Look how much food you can get in. Now you see this opening here, back here?
Uh-huh.
Okay. That becomes more space when the rear seat folds down. So you can shove things in there, especially something like equipment. Let's say
Okay.
you're going to put up a tent and you've been asked to take some of the equipment with you, it would go in there.
Okay.
All right. Oh, and when you're doing the food, if something spills, you just take this out afterwards, you wash it off, put it back in there. It's a nice little touch. Hey, here's something that you don't see all the time in a car this size. A spare tire. Did you know
Oh,
that they're
yeah.
actually making cars in the same class with no tire?
Yeah,
to get
I
road
knew that, yeah.
assistance? You like the tire. Oh, one other thing I want you to do for me, Philly, let me shut this door. Steve. You know, my brother Billy. Why don't you have a seat in here? I want to show you something interesting. Steve, you're hardly ever going to sit in the passenger compartment. The one thing that happens in compact cars is a lot of people assume that nobody wants to sit in the back seat. You can see how comfortable that seat is and how you have leg room, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Why don't you hop on out here? Might be the last time you ever sit back there. Okay. Now you just have a seat here.
Wow, I like the design of the inside of this car.
And it is nice and cool, isn't it?
It is.
It's plush, isn't it?
This
Remember,
is nice.
This is the base model.
That dashboard reminds me of sitting in a cockpit.
Believe it or not, the reviewers online, Auto by Tel, for example, just raved about this cockpit type virtual display. And it is nice. And at night, you ought to see it. Okay? I can't wait till you drive this for the first time at night. Do you do a lot of nighttime driving?
I do, actually.
Okay, good. It makes it easier to
I
see
work
the
at a
instruments.
dealership, and I have a lot of late nights.
Well, motorcycle dealership. Did you mention that?
Honda dealership.
Oh, really? Great. Okay, well that's nice. I'm glad that you came here to buy your Honda. I want to show you the one of the coolest safety features. You said you're interested in safety, and I know you have small children. Now let's say that you get up, you're on your way to work. The kids are already awake. Your wife is out. She's out of the house. You don't know exactly where they are. You get in the car in the driveway. You put it in reverse. Look at that.
Oh, I like that.
Rear view mirror. You don't have to worry about what might be behind you that you would never be able to see, would you? Could you see? You can't. From here, you just can't.
Yeah.
Right? There might be little ones there. Now you know they're not. Okay? And we know, stuff in the news. We don't want to talk about that. But at least that should give you a little confidence about safety, right? Okay. Now, let me just go very quickly over the instrumentation. One of the things that we have here is this Econ button, which is the Echo Assist system. When you turn it on, that little green thing comes on here. And what happens is that the car automatically monitors the fuel consumption and also adjusts the fuel consumption so that you have the ultimate engine mix for the transmission, the engine, the cruise control, and the air conditioner. When you're driving, sometimes when you put this on, you'll notice that there's a slight decrease in the air, but you can't even feel it, can you? It's still nice and cool, right? And then when you're driving, indicators come on up here, which indicate, and here, I'm sorry, in green, whether you're driving correctly to save fuel. I think one of the major safety features that goes along in this car is the steering wheel. And why do I say that? Okay, well, first of all the controls are on the steering wheel. You can control this whole car without, if after you get used to it, and it only takes a few days really driving, which is what most of the people that have driven this car have told me, without even taking your eyes off the wheel. So, for example, here's the cruise control. I used to have a car where you had two different things that you had to do with cruise control. We don't like that. That's very distracting. Put it all in one place, make it easy to use. This lights up at night. It's great, easy. This control here is for your telephone. You have a Bluetooth smartphone, right?
Yes, I do.
You're taking the video for your wife with
I am.
Yeah, okay. Well, as long as it's compatible, what we're going to do is we're going to pair your telephone using the hands-free Bluetooth link that comes with the car, and that also uses this display, by the way, to pair your phone and turn the car basically into an instrument of your telephone, so that you will be able to, 1, make telephone calls, 2, receive telephone calls, 3, receive texts, which are then read out by a mysterious person, okay, inside the computer, a nice lady.
There's a little lady in there that actually talks?
About that big.
Really? Cool.
Yep.
Have to meet her someday.
You will soon. Okay. And again, all hands-free. You can even set up for voice dialing with frequently called numbers, up to 15 different numbers that you can put in there for speed dial. And you just say the name or a word or a number, and it just comes up like that. Cool, huh?
I like that.
Again, without taking your hands off the wheel. You also, I think I had mentioned, or I probably didn't mention, the Honda racing tradition. One of the things that we want to do is make sure that your safety in the driver's seat and the driver position is perfect and customized for you. So to do that, you simply pull out this lever. You can make this higher, lower, and telescope it.
Oh, I like that.
So not only does it make it safer, but really it makes it more fun to drive. I mean, Steve, you look just like him. You can also adjust
I'm better looking.
You can easily adjust your seat, both the position and the height, just by pumping this
Okay.
up, okay, or down, forward and back, and you can recline your seat. The controls here are for, obviously, the air conditioner. One thing I want to remind you of is whenever you get in the car in Florida, it's just my rule that I want you to make sure that this recirculate light comes on, because it's going to make it more efficient. You're going to be nice and cool. I run into a lot of people that are trading cars that have never turned that on. Okay, that's just something for you. I know you do it all the time. And then you've got your display. Now this is a large display for this size car. It is turned on by this button here, which is the display button. Right now you've got the clock. You cycle through the displays. This is for the stereo. All right, and by the way, you can make the station go up or down simply by, again, with these buttons, right? So you don't have to do this. You can do this all while you're driving. Next display is the average fuel economy and the range. The range is very important. As you're interested in safety, this is a very important safety feature. You're going to know exactly how far you can go in this car with the gas in the tank, right?
Okay.
Okay. And I think we've gone over just about everything. So, one other thing. Not only can you use it in the Bluetooth mode of your phone, but you can also use it with you can play the music that's on your phone. I just forgot to bring that up because I've got so many songs on my phone. I don't know if you have any, or even books on tape, for example.
Good, my kids will love that.
Right, okay. And you just, you can connect your phone with an auxiliary cable. You have the charger here for your phone. There's a USB
Oh,
here,
that's neat. It's
right?
kind of out of the way.
Yep. And that keeps the phone out of the way and a little bit safer, right? And while we're at it, cup holders. I think I've gone over everything. You want to see the most exciting thing about this car?
I do.
Let's go for a ride.
Sounds good.